Welcome to a public service announcement. My name is Sarah and today we are talking to scientists Rose about how much danger our cities and towns are in with the use of nuclear energy. Rose, how are you today? Not so well, Sarah. Why so? Every day we are in danger due to nuclear energy. Care to explain? As of today, nuclear energy is considered as one of the most environmentally friendly source of energy as it produces fewer greenhouse gas emissions during the production of electricity as compared to traditional sources like coal power plants. Nuclear fission is the process that is used in nuclear reactors to produce high amount of energy using element called uranium. It is the energy that is stored in the nucleus of an atom. While being environmentally friendly is the big plus of nuclear energy, disposal of radioactive waste and protecting people and environment from its radiations is a big cons of nuclear energy. Therefore, expensive solutions are needed to protect Mother Earth from the devastating effects of nuclear energy. When we think about this resource, many of us think about nuclear bombs or the meltdowns that have happened at a number of nuclear plants around the world. That being said, nuclear energy is definitely a type of renewable energy that we need to look at. Care to explain for the audience? One of the biggest issues is environmental impact in relation to uranium. The process of mining and refining uranium hasn't been a clean process. Actually, transporting nuclear fuel to and from plants represents a pollution hazard. Also, once the fuel is used, you can't simply take it to the landfill. It's radioactive and dangerous. Wow, as a rule, a nuclear power plant that creates 20 metric tons of nuclear fuel per year, and with that comes a lot of nuclear waste. When you consider each nuclear plant on Earth, you will find that the number jumps to approximately 2,000 metric tons a year. The greater part of this waste transmits radiation in high temperature, implying that it will inevitably consume any compartment that holds it. It can also cause damage to living things in and around the plants. Nuclear power plants create a lot of low-level radioactive waste as transmitted parts and supplies. Over time, used nuclear fuel decays to safe radioactive levels. However, this takes a countless number of years. Even low-level radioactive waste takes hundreds of years to achieve adequate levels of safety. The radioactive waste produced can pose serious health effects on the lives of people as well as the environment. The Chernobyl accident that occurred on 26 April 1986 at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine was the worst nuclear accident in the history. Its harmful effects on humans and ecology can still be seen today. Then there was another accident that happened in Fukushima in Japan. Although the casualties were not that high, but it caused serious environmental concerns. Anything else? The high cost of it. At present, the nuclear business let waste go for a considerable length of time before blending it with glass and putting away it in enormous cooled, solid structures. This waste must be kept up, observed and watched to keep the materials from falling into the wrong hands and causing problems. These administrations and included materials cost cash on top of the high expenses needed to put together a plant, which may make it less desirable to invest in. It requires permission from several international authorities and it is normally imposed by the people who live in the region. Uranium is finite. Just like other sources of fuel, uranium is also finite and exists in few of the countries. It is pretty expensive to mine, refine and transport uranium. It produces considerable amount of waste during all these activities and can result in environmental contamination and serious health effects, if not handled properly. And lastly, nuclear energy has immense power. Today, nuclear energy is used to make weapons. If these weapons go into the wrong hands, that could be the end of this world. Nuclear power plants are prime target for terrorism activities. Little acts of insecurity can be brutal for humankind. We need to do something. I, as a person, can raise awareness to people like you in our school and get a group of us to even raise more awareness and eventually the whole school will know. I can write a letter to the government asking for stricter rules on this energy, and ask for no nuclear warfare. As a group we could start peaceful marches to spread the news and get more people involved to stop the nuclear warfare. Then as a school we can raise awareness of this deadly energy. So it's either you join or you wait till an accident like Chernobyl happens in your town. So it's your choice. You decide.